Hello darling, how you doing? Hi, I'm Maryam. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing a review tutorial and a verdict on Huda Beauty's new Nude Obsessions palettes. There are 3 of them for 3 different skin tone categories, light, medium, and rich. I have 2 different eye looks on my eyes using 2 of these palettes. I'm also providing some swatches in this video. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see all of my Wednesdays and Sundays videos. I love you, and now let's get to it. Huda Beauty Nude Obsessions palettes review tutorial verdict. Here we come. Team Truth! There are so many of these 9-pan mini eyeshadow palettes that Huda has come out with. Her Precious Stones Obsessions palettes, as well as the Neons Obsessions. You remember those? I did reviews on all of them. I like them for the most part. Some of them are better than others in the whole Obsessions category. So I'm really excited to test out the Nude Obsessions because everyone loves nudes. Every single brand out there is coming out with nude palettes, nude lipsticks. It's all about the nudes lately. $29 each, available at Sephora on October 15th. Each palette includes 5 beautiful buttery mattes, 4 super shimmery complementary metallic shades. All palettes are designed to be mixed and matched and used universally across all skin tones. However, there is a palette for each of the 3 skin tone categories. So 1 for light, 1 for medium, and 1 for rich. I mean, before I begin, let's get my swatch model out. Let's do some swatches. I'm gonna swatch all 3 palettes off camera. I'm gonna use my 2 arms. I'm also going to use my swatch model's arm. Here we go. Sure. So off the bat, looking at my swatches, I can immediately tell that I'm gravitating more towards the medium Nude Obsessions palette. Maybe because I'm a medium skin tone and this one just speaks better to me. But I really do love the matte colors, and the shimmery shades are gorgeous. Actually, the shimmery shades are gorgeous in all the palettes, but after conducting my swatches, the matte shadows are consistently swatching crappily, as most Huda Beauty palettes do, but that does not take away from their quality, and to me that's not really a determinant for how good an eyeshadow is. You still need to apply primer, you still need to use brushes to apply these shadows to create a look, so that's what we're about to get to right now. Although you can mix and match all of these palettes, I am going to create 2 different looks with 2 different palettes, and I'm gonna save the light Nude Obsession for a later time. Today I'm gonna be using the medium on one eye and the rich on the other eye. So let's designate this one as my rich eye, this one as my not so rich eye, my medium eye. These palettes are super lightweight, so I can use the mirror that's included inside. I love that. I'm gonna do one eye at a time this time around, just because I'm not trying to create an exact duplicate replica of the same look on the other eye. I think these colors are just a little too similar to create the same design on 2 different eyes. Good thing I don't have anywhere to go today, like I have in some of my other Huda Beauty Obsessions reviews and tutorials, where I also did 2 different looks on 2 different eyes. For the rich, I'm gonna start out with a wash of color, picking up this shade here, muted sort of light brown, the lightest shade in the palette, great for outlining or chiseling out your socket, or if you're a deeper skin tone, this would probably make a really nice matte highlight. So this shadow didn't swatch great, but it applies really nicely. I love the definition that it's giving my eye, and I really love the shade too. I always tell you guys, swatches aren't everything. And I'm well familiar with Huda shadows. I know her mattes don't swatch well. I know they're dry. And I know it takes effort and muscle in order to get the color to actually show up on a dry arm. But once you prime that lid and once you use that brush, it's a whole different story, I'm telling you. But not with every shade. Keep watching. Let's do something different now. I'm gonna take a Precise brush, Sigma Detail Diffused Crease. I'm gonna take this reddish brown shade here. This one looks really pretty. Also didn't swatch great, but I bet you it applies differently. Look at that. These aren't Natasha Denona mattes. No, these aren't Pat McGrath mattes, but the price difference is also not a Natasha Denona price or Pat McGrath price. No, these are much more affordable shadows. The packaging is a lot more lightweight, and I would say that Huda Beauty palettes are probably less geared towards a professional makeup artist and more towards a makeup enthusiast or just the general public that appreciates makeup. And you know what? Not everyone wants to be creative and play around and try to figure out what look to put together. So these palettes make it really easy to not think. Everything is kind of thought out for you. And there's definitely an audience for that who appreciates it. I like that color. Use the same color and just gently whisk it to the outer portion of my lower lid like that. And now I'm ready for something fun. In the center, I'm thinking this nice red. That's really pretty. This swatched great. This looked great. And I'm gonna slap that on to the center of my lid. These metallic shades are awesome. I love them. I think Huda always gets the metallics right. And when I say Huda, I don't mean Huda the woman. I just mean Huda the brand. Wow, really, really pretty. Love this. Feeling the fall vibes, even though I'm not feeling the fall vibes. Gonna wipe my finger real quick. And now I want to add a pinch of this super dark wine colored brown right here to this groove, just to darken this whole area and make my eye look visually a little bit more lifted like that. Very sexy. I want this to be a wearable sort of smoky eye. I know we're doing a lot of Halloween looks this season, and I have a lot more coming up, don't you worry. But in between Halloween looks, I like to do some nice vampy fall appropriate, cozy, autumn feels, sweater weather type of mood. So consider this one a part of that whole collective. As a beauty influencer, I get so caught up in trying to get creative with Halloween that I honestly forget about everything else that happens in October. Whew. I am feeling this chocolate cranberry concoction. I like this look. I like where we're going with this look. I might not even do lashes because I feel like this is very subtle. For the inner corner, I got to do maybe this one. I like the fact that it has some pink reflex because it's actually flattering to a lot of different skin tones, not just the deeper skin tones, but also medium like mine. Sometimes when the shimmers are a little bit too dark, they tend to cast a darker shadow when used as a highlight on the inner corner, especially on people with lighter skin tones. But this shade is very, very smart. Does not do that. So I would say this is probably a very universal type of an eyeshadow. See how there's no shadow? It's just sparkle. It's not making this inner corner look dark. Love that. I'm actually gonna extend that a bit to the inner lid as well. Let's see if I can use that on the brow bone. Would that be too much? Absolutely not. Look at that subtle hint of sparkle. Love that. Gonna curl those lashes. Gonna also curl my bottom lashes. I started doing this recently and I think I'm seeing a difference. Be careful when doing this step though. Don't pinch your skin. Essence Cosmetics Lash Princess Waterproof Mascara is what I'm using. Been loving this one. Probably my current favorite waterproof mascara out there. And I'm ready for the other eye. This one is looking ferocious. I love the way that this look turned out, and I really like the way that this Nude Obsessions Rich palette performed. I think it did great. Moving right along. For the medium Nude Obsessions, I'm gonna pick up a fluffy brush, Wayne Goss, and I'm gonna start with this shade here. How about we prime our lids first? Actually, let's do that. Priming my lids, although I am impressed with that little bit of dot of color. Just gonna pat right on top and back to it. Working that color into the outer groove, bringing it in, following my eye socket shape. I think I actually want to apply a little bit more eyeshadow right here under the inner portion of the brow, just to make it different, like that. Also gonna make the shape a little bit bigger, a little bit longer towards the brow. I'm gonna add just a pinch of that to the outer portion while looking up. Good enough. Next, I'm gonna take that same brush, Sigma Detail Diffused Crease that I used for my previous eye. I'm gonna pick up this darker shade here, add that to the outer crease, blending with the previous shadow. Both of these shadows are performing great so far. Add a bit of that darker shade right here to the inner crease. Ooh, sultry. Just gonna blend a bit more with the previous shade and add a pinch of that darker shadow right here. Now, unfortunately, there isn't a darker shadow than this one in this palette, so that's about as dark and as deep as I can go here, which is fine. We have a nice array of shimmery shades in here, so I think I'm ready to go for one of these shades. I'm gonna use the lightest, smack that to the center. Ooh, that's pretty, just like that. And then I'm gonna take this matte, peachy, pinky shade, and I'm gonna add that to the inner corner and also to my outer corner, sort of surrounding that halo. I'm gonna add a bit more of the shimmery shade right over the borders of the matte shadow. I'm gonna take this up a pinch higher, kind of like that. I'm gonna pick up a bit more of that darker shadow for some more definition here and here. Also think I want to line my top lash line with the same shade. Just using this Laura Mercier dual-ended Sketch and Intensify brush, pushing this color right into my top lashes. Also gonna line my lower lash line, maybe all the way in, I'm not sure, and then add a bit of this shadow here right underneath. Ooh, this one's really pretty. Why didn't I use this one? Gonna whisk away some of that fallout. I'm gonna add a bit more of the darker eyeshadow right here to sort of create a wing. I don't really see a color in here that I could use as an inner corner or a brow bone highlight. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna use my nude pencil from NYX for my waterline, just to line my eye and make it look a little bit bigger and brighter. Curling my lower lashes. Mascara time. Cool. 2 different eye looks, 2 different palettes. Let's do the comparison. So first, for this cranberry chocolate smoky eye, using the Rich Nude Obsessions palette. I think this look is quite nice. I think the palette is quite beautiful. I love the color compilation. I love this cranberry shimmery shadow that I used in the center of the lid. And I think it's one of those palettes that is probably going to be the most versatile, especially if you are a makeup lover who loves dramatic makeup. If you want to create a day to night type of smoky look, you will definitely need some darker colors in order to make that happen. If you are someone who has a deeper complexion, then this might not be enough. I don't see a black on this compilation. I just don't really see how you'd be able to create a dramatic look without the use of black. But I do love the palette. Moving on to this eye, the medium nude obsession eye. I quite like this palette as well. I tried to create a more dramatic look with it, but this is about as dramatic as it will get. I think it's pretty. I think the eyeshadows behave really well, particularly the shimmery shades and even the mattes when applied over a nice gripping primer. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with both palettes, so I am going to have to give them a rating of an 8. A solid 8 for these Nude Obsessions medium and rich palettes. Those are my 2 cents. That is my final verdict. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. I will see you in my next tutorial. I don't even have lips on. Hold on. Okay, much better. Thank you guys for watching and for subscribing. I will see you in my next video, which will be another Halloween tutorial. Are you ready for it? Nope, because neither am I. Bye guys. Mwah.